This is Nikki Rowland, and today I have a layout for Hip Kit Club. Today I'm using the beautiful October kits. I really have enjoyed using these ones so far, and I am using an exclusive cut file, and today's assignment is Mixed Media Monday. So I had to think then for a second. Okay, so I'm obviously using the colour kit because the Lindy's Magicals are what I'm going to use for my mixed media. I'm going to be doing a Halloween layout actually about our pumpkin carving, and I have cut 3 pumpkins from one of the papers. It's an exclusive paper, and I've cut the fun faces pumpkins. So that cut file comes with an outline pumpkin like that you can backfill, and it also comes with some faces, 2 funny faces, not funny, spooky faces, and I have not cut the outline but just cut at the outside edge only, and then I have also put the faces on the solid pumpkins and cut those as well, and then I've backed them in blue, dark blue cardstock from the cardstock kit. So that's how I've done my little pumpkins. I've done 3 of them. Right now I am working on my mixed media, so I have gone for a big section, well not that big, but a section of torn orange paper. I love that orange paper, it's really Halloweeny, and I've torn that all the way across the layout, and now I'm applying my mixed media directly to that paper and to the white as well. Now I'm using the Lindy's Magicals. I have applied them neat to the paper, the background, literally by picking some up with a paintbrush and pushing them on there, and then I'm applying water over the top. Now this gives me a really intense look from the Lindy's, and also it makes them spread, and the colour kind of explodes. Also the powders are made up of lots of different colours, so by applying the water rather than mixing it, so just spraying the water on top of the powder, you can see all the different colours that appear in there. So there's even some like dark blue, for example, in some of them, so you can get to see these small the granules changing colour before they've been mixed together, and that's I find that really interesting. So anyway, I have got some serious intense colour going on the background there. So I've just, even though I've got a horizontal line going across with the torn paper, I've also now got a vertical line going all the way down the layout using the Lindy's Magicals. Okay, so while that dries, we might be here a while because that's pretty wet. While that dries, I'm just going to create a little pocket for some photos. Now this is our pumpkin photos, our pumpkin carving day. We had loads of pumpkins, and we decided to carve all of them. I wasn't planning on that to begin with. I thought we'd just have them outside looking pretty, but no, my children had other ideas. We had to carve the lot. Off they went and found different faces. I can't trust them with a knife, so I had to do the carving, but they drew them on in the first place, and then I actually did the carving. So anyway, we had fun doing those. We have a minion, and we have a big giant pumpkin eating a small pumpkin, and we have the chap from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, we have one being sick as well, which is the kids loved. They thought that was just the best ever. So yeah, we have some interesting pumpkins. I wanted to get all of these photos onto the layout, but of course they wouldn't fit. I've got the one photo with all of them, and then for the little ones I'm making a pocket for them to go in. So you can see I've got all the small photos there. They're all cropped to squares, and I'm just going to put them onto a piece of paper that I've concertina folded. That's a piece of Maggie Holmes paper, it's the dark blue, and I have just sticking them all on there, and then I'm just going to concertina fold, so I have this one piece with all the photos on. I have 2 other photos that I couldn't crop to a square, so they're just going to sit in the pocket behind the concertina strip with all the photos on as well. So there we go, you can see it there. I'm just going to score now between all of the photos. I could just have folded, but then I don't get the fold on exactly the right line sometimes, so that's why I'd use my trimmer to do the score lines, and they just fold a bit better, that's all. So there you go, I have this little pocket. I sewed the pocket as well to make sure that it didn't come apart, yeah, all my photos will now sit in there, so that means that I can look at all of my pumpkins, carved pumpkins, photos of those without having millions of photos on one layout. They're in the pocket, so that's a really nice way of getting extra photos on a layout. I say I have now, apart from my one photo of all of them, I've also got an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 photos in that pocket, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So that is what I've done there. So now my background is reasonably dry. I'm going to go for it and start applying all the rest of the details onto this layout. So you can see that I've got my big photo kind of over towards the left, and then the pocket to the right of that one. So I just need to get these things stuck in place now, and then start adding the cut file pumpkins and everything else that I've got going on here as well. So okay, so I'm just mounting my photo onto a piece of mustard cardstock. So that is one of the Simple Stories Cozy Days. I'm just mounting that onto there, just dressing the edges, and then I've figured out roughly where I want my photos to go, and now I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with my little pumpkins. They're so cute, aren't they? So I had, like I said, I cut them, I backed them in blue, and I've actually cut an outline shape in blue to mount them on. Instead of just sticking them exact, I have offset them slightly so I have a shadow, and also I kept the little stalk detail at the top, you know, the curly bit, I don't know what that's called, but I kept that bit, and because I'd cut that with the blue as well, I now have like a double curly bit, so that's cute. They look cute up close. You can't really see them too well on this video, but they are very, very cute. I am raising them all on foam pads, of course, and getting those stuck in place there. So my photos are in place, my 2 pumpkins at the bottom are fine, and then the one at the top, I actually decided to overlap that on top of my photo. Just have a bit of kitchen in the background, the toaster's out, a mug, a glass, the sink, you know, all of those things are in the background. So my pumpkin sitting over the top of that hides the mess in my kitchen. So excellent, that's definitely a winning combination there. Okay, so I'm just trying to get in this banner. I really love it from Simple Stories Cozy Days chipboard, and I thought I could maybe extend it over to the right hand side. So that's where I'm going to put it. So it's going to sit behind my photos in the pocket, and go all the way across the torn piece of paper over to the right hand edge of the layout. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't have any significance. It's just a pretty banner that I wanted in there. So yeah, so all good. That one's over there now. I kind of wish it was longer so that I could have had it over to the left side as well, but actually I sort that out by adding some houses in a little while. So I just didn't. I felt like I wanted the horizontal line to go all the way across, but I say my banner wasn't long enough. Potentially I could have cut it, but I still wouldn't have been long enough. Yeah, I have just sorted that out by adding some houses. So coming in now with the houses, these are from the Jen Hadfield Pebbles The Avenue sticker book. They're quite good quality actually for a sticker book. They're cardstock stickers rather than the really papery ones, and I'm just sticking those in place. These are gold foiled, so they're really lovely. Houses always go really well with Halloween theme for me, because we've put the pumpkins outside our house and we go trick-or-treating to other people's houses, so it's all about neighborhoods, isn't it? Halloween, so houses definitely work here. So I've just put those in that horizontal line again across the layout, yeah, really happy with how that looks. Kind of brings it all together. Okay, so now I'm trying to work out a title. It's a little tricky because the only letters that we have this month are the black ones. I'm not sure what collection they're from actually. I think they might be Maggie Holmes, but they're quite thin and cursive font, which is great. I love that normally, but for some things you just need a bold block font, don't you? I was worried that the black thin font wouldn't show up that well, but actually on top of the bright orange mixed media, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. I know you can't see it too well in the video, but in the close-up it looks okay. And I've also pulled out Here's The from the Avenue. I think they're from the Avenue. They're a whole load of words. We got them in the kit, one of the kits. Gold words, lots of like thankful things, lots of lovely phrases, but I wanted letters so I could write my own title. So I've just pulled out letters from words that I don't think I'm going to use that much, and I've made Here's The. So I've got, my title is Here's the Scoop. Obviously we did a lot of scooping to make these pumpkins, so yeah, all good. Just adding my journaling underneath my title. I'm going to stitch through my title as well because I worry about thickers falling off. Especially the black ones. They're kind of, I don't know what they are. They're puffy, but they're kind of plasticky. So they're pretty solid. They don't flex like foam does. So because they are not foam, I'm going to stitch those in place just using gold thread on my sewing machine. So just coming in now to extend my mixed media a bit. I felt that I needed some extra paint splatters. Of course I had no splatters because I didn't apply this with the packaging technique. I applied the powder directly to my paper and sprayed water. So I didn't have any splatters from the first round of mixed media. So here I am extending my mixed media with some extra splatters. I also did really well today because I didn't cover up all of my mixed media, because that's what normally happens when I am let loose on a mixed media layout. I normally create a small area of mixed media and promptly cover it all up with all of my embellishments and my photos. But today I was brave and I did a bit more, and definitely have got some showing there, which is awesome. So I love the way this one turned out. Actually, the different colors in the Lindy's are amazing, really amazing. You can't see it so well in the video, but I think I hold the layer up at one point so you can see the colors catching the light. Really amazing. Okay, just adding some gold twiddles of thread to the right of my pocket photo and then to the left of my top pumpkin. So just adding those in there, trying to be careful not to smudge my extra splatters that I've just done. I should have finished the layout and then added the splatters, but I did not. I did the splatters first. And also something I just did was roll my whole roll of gold thread through the small amount of Lindy's that I've got on that piece of packaging just to the left of my layout, and completely saturated my gold thread in brightly coloured Lindy's Magicals. Silly me. It was okay, it all wiped off, but you know, these things happen. Okay, so just adding in some other bits and pieces now. So I love this little sticker that said Together. That was from the Simple Story sticker book, but these are more like planner stickers, so they're quite thin and papery. So I've actually stuck it onto some white card and cut it out just to make them a bit firmer. I've done the same with a tab that says Memories, and that's just at the top left of my big photo. And say the Together sticker I'm just going to add to the right there where the houses are. So yeah, that says Together. We had lots of fun doing these together. So okay, I just brought up the layout, just about to see it, but the colours are really super bright in real life and look beautiful. Okay, so thank you very much for joining. There you go, that's the best photo. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this layout. Don't forget that if you are a HipKit subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price. You get 15% discount off all add-on kits, and you get access to exclusive subscriber cut files like the one I used today. Okay, thank you so much. That was Nikki Rowland for HipKit Club.